And we're live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the pre-stream. That thing you watch before that other thing. My name is Thermo, and we're here to talk about the newsy stuff from the week. From Lawtube to Lolcows, from 4chan to Forbes, we're going to have a look back at some of the news from the past week. How's everyone doing today? Just saw this morning, flipping through the Daily Mail. Shattered wife relives the horrific moment. Her fit husband at 35 dropped dead in front of her from a condition linked to sudden adult death syndrome, and shares the one test that could have saved him. So this guy was apparently 35 years old and just dropped dead. So it had a full physical, even wore a Hollow monitor. Even more Holter monitor, so it's a portable EEG. You wear it for 24 hours to make sure that your heart's all right. That alone, it makes me suspicious, because that's not generally something people 35 do. But who knows? So yeah, apparently there's a spate of deaths that baffle doctors. I wonder when it started happening. Who knows? Who knows? But yes, it's baffling doctors. SADS. Over here, there's about, well, in one of our states, there's about 750 cases per year. Very strange. So, I thought that was interesting given this story. The 18-year-old actor from the show Lone Star has suddenly died peacefully in his sleep, apparently. I guess that happens. There is no cause of death. But it's funny, all these people seem to just be dying randomly of late. So yeah, so very interesting. On to our first story, which I know everybody is sick of, even me. Amber Heard. Still, she just won't go away. Is she being recast? She's being recast. Oh wait, no. Apparently she's not. According to her, she's not. So there was a story last week. There was some scuttlebutt about Amber Heard having been recast. Well, actually, and the week prior to that, there was the story about Amber Heard being given an even bigger role, like something like 20 minutes of screen time in a movie where, you know, she's barely a supporting actress. So, and then there was a story about her being recast, and now apparently that's been nixed. So, who the hell knows? Honestly, her spokesman, of course, has denied it completely and utterly. I mean, of course they will, but has she been removed from the film? Are they going to recast her?
I doubt it.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen. It would be hilarious, but it ain't going to happen. I don't think Warner Brothers I don't think Warner Brothers wants to spend any more money on this movie. They will just get it out there. And of course, Amber Heard had her interview this week on Dateline with Savannah Guthrie, which was drip fed for the entire fucking week. So everybody had to make 15 different videos just to stay on the algorithm. I gave up after 2. So yeah, of course, she's terrified of being sued by Johnny Depp again, which is funny because she keeps fucking slandering him. Doesn't seem too afraid. So yeah, from one creep. Oh no, this was my favorite story this week. So a SpaceX employee decided they'd had enough of Elon. Had enough of Elon's tweets and decided to write an open letter, as people apparently want to do now, decrying Elon Musk's recent behavior. So let's see if I can find it. So the letter wrote, quote, Elon's behavior in the public sphere is a frequent source of distraction and embarrassment for us, particularly in recent weeks, the letter states. As our CEO and most prominent spokesperson, Elon is seen as the face of SpaceX. Every tweet that Elon sends is a de facto public statement by the company. It's critical to make clear to our teams and to our potential talent pool that his messaging does not reflect our work, our mission, or our values. So yeah, big mad at SpaceX. Instant karma. So the very next day, the writer of said letter was shown the door, which is the only way to respond to these kind of things, as most employers have a non-disparagement clause. So you can't. You're enjoined as a condition of your employment from shitting on your employer. So if you have a desk, you've probably signed a contract that has a non-disparagement clause. I'm pretty sure McDonald's doesn't have them, but maybe. Who the hell knows? So yeah, the guy was fired, and I would hope that would be a lesson to anybody that's going to go on social media and shit on your boss. Probably not a good idea. There it is. 16th, 9 a.m. 17th, 3 a.m. Didn't even last the day. Amaranth has a stalker, or had a stalker, who apparently I watched a thing yesterday about this. Very, very weird. So this guy basically is from Estonia. Hey guys, how you going? Hey Dave. So this guy's from Estonia, sells everything he owns, flies over to the USA, and he goes to where the city Amaranth lives. He obviously knows her PO box because simps send her shit, and because she's not an idiot, she has a PO box when I send it. So he camps out at a hotel with line of sight of her PO box for a month. Over a month. I think it was like 40 days. He was at that hotel, and every day he would go to the Starbucks next to her PO box and just wait for her to show up. So, detailing the man's journey. By his own admission, he went scorched earth and sold everything. Left his life in Europe to come here on a hopeless and self-destructive pilgrimage. The man sold his cat. What the hell? So, yeah, like, here we go. His cat he sold his fucking cat. So he brought the clothes on his back. He, of course, brought a suit so that he would be adequately dressed when he finally completed his achievement of meeting Amaranth. And I guess because he's a fan of the 80s, he brought a saxophone. So, yeah, needless to say. So he found Amaranth, went to her home and tried to gain entry, of course. And this guy streamed himself outside the house. Clearly mentally deranged and a poster child for concealed carry. Ladies, if you're a Twitch streamer and you encourage simps, get a gun. Get a gun, get a concealed carry permit, and always be strapped. Like, because Amaranth called 911 and the cops declined to act. So, always remember, no duty of care. So here's her thread. We'll read it. I don't think I've ever heard her talk, so I can't do an Amaranth voice. So my stalker travelled from Estonia, Europe, opposed to Estonia, Texas. I'm sure there's an Estonia, Texas. There's always a something in Texas. And came to my city, camping out in a hotel with line of sight to my P.O. box, and spent over a month camping out daily at a Starbucks next to my P.O. box. Well, that's redundant. 44 days, 33 minutes. He psychotically streamed every minute of his excursion, internet single permitting, everything in real time on Twitch. Wait, he was doing it on Twitch? Yeah, fuck Scalia for that decision. It's like one of the worst decisions. What's the point of police if they don't have a duty of care to stop someone who you have a restraining order against? Absurd decision. Where was I? So yeah, he was streaming on Twitch. Seriously, Twitch didn't take this guy down? Like what did he call the stream? The fucking Amaranth stalking stream? Everything in real time, typical to zero viewers. Man, I feel that. But growing as he gained notoriety. So what I need to do is stalk Amaranth? His account would get taken down, but he'll make another. Ah, okay, so Twitch did actually take action. Maybe using the same alias, N+1. Oh, jeez, yeah, of course. Ticking up the numerical suffix in his screen name, methodically almost. By his own admission, he went scorched earth and sold everything and left his life in Europe to come here on a hopeless and self-destructive pilgrimage. Can you imagine that, like, if he stays in the US, the story he tells he's probably never going to have kids, but if he were to tell his kids later in life, these potential children, the story of how he came to America. Well, children, when I come to America, I had only clothes on my back, suit in my case, and my trusty saxophone, and of course my phone, so I can stream. I come to make wife of internet thought. She said no, throw me in jail. He hocked his world. I don't know how you hock your worldly ties. Selling his house, his car, all his possessions, his cat even. All by his own admission, and in a series of publicly posted and privately detailed vlogged videos. Almost a manifesto. Well, let's not go that far. The only thing he brought with him, other than his phone and the clothes on his back, was a saxophone and a change of clothes, formal attire. The saxophone would appear in a few live streams of himself playing in public across Houston, serenading no one in particular. It allowed him to carry around occasionally a saxophone case, though it made me very nervous. Was this plausible deniability to carry that case around, and when the time came to switch it out with a more lethal instrument? I tried to be clear while he was in my Twitch chat. I'd clearly state I don't want him to come, I don't want to meet him, and he'd say, liar, liar, fiance. Holy shit. He made dancing videos reminiscent of Buffalo Bill dance scene in Silence of the Lambs and kept sending them to him, to me. Oh my god, look at this fucking guy. Holy shit. Look at these legs. Look at these little legs. Oh my god. Oh.
gay.
Oh my god, that's terrible. He adopted / took in a feral cat while in Houston because it reminded him of the cat he sold, got rid of to make his journey here. The whereabouts, fate of the cat. He said goodbye to it in one video are unknown. Oh, he killed it. He killed it and ate it. He was here for at least 44 days, according to his vlogs and live streams. So when he went through passport control, was it business or pleasure? Yeah, the fuck it journey is great. Don't do it for someone who gets her tits out on Instagram. On Fansly? Is it Fansly? I think she's on. Not. It's too good for OnlyFans. I think Fansly's the one that's owned by Playboy. I think Playboy set up their own OnlyFans and then drove a dump truck of money to Amaranth's house so that simps would actually sign up. So yes, on Monday the 13th, he streamed himself, as was his routine, but he was dressed up and ominously carrying around his musical instrument case, contents unknown at the time. He changed to the formal attire after he bought and made the last mile journey to my residence. He cased the vicinity for 30 minutes. Cops declined to act. He streamed himself outside, slinking around, mumbling about how he knew it was wrong, but, quote, I have to. Started trying to break in / gain entry. I called 911. Dispatch was rude, cutting me off, putting me on hold. It took 32 minutes from me calling 911. Everybody remember, when seconds count, the police are 33 fucking minutes away. Arm yourselves. If you live somewhere where you can, make sure you have a gun. Police don't care. Yeah, this guy's fucking weird. Like, Jesus. Yeah, so having been previously already explained the situation to the closest PD for the first responder to arrive. Unknown to the stalker, an armed person or group of people, some whom I employ, had been over at my house for protection, heavily armed behind cameras, security systems, and a big guard dog. I didn't want to be responsible for what would happen if he forcibly gained egress. Egress is ingress, Kaylin. Ingress. Ingress is going in, egress is leaving. And with the apparent lack of motivation for law enforcement, at least in the news regarding shootings, to intercept, engage out of fear for their... Oh, of course. Uvalde. Yeah, they'll just wait outside while he kills Amaranth. And wears her like a... like a hoodie. Innocent engage out of fear for their own lives. I saw it as the only real option I have. And look, see, absolutely. This is how you have to think. If they want to go into a school for like where kids are in danger, they're not going to help you. No one's going to help you. Why would they? They might get hurt. He did end up getting arrested / detained. The embassy was contacted. He is currently not in Houston. That's all I can say for now. I don't think there was anything more. Ugh, it rubs my pink. Yeah, exactly. Or else it gets the hose again. This guy.
Stop it. Get some help.
He just needed a friend. And here we are. Amaranth Stalker was arrested after showing up at her house. I don't think there was any new information. It was all the same. So yeah, Amaranth had a creepy stalker who was arrested. So Pokimane had a stalker as well a couple of months back. So yeah, big brother government will always be there. Just, surrender all your firearms and it's okay. The police will come when they're called. All good. You don't need to defend yourself. Speaking of Amaranth, Amaranth is being criticised because gas prices are high. It is in Australia, June 19th, if that's what Juneteenth means. Yes, Twitch star Kaylin Amaranth Siragusa might still be best known for her online streaming presence, but she's also become quite the investor. So, as maybe everybody knows, maybe not, she owns a handful of gas stations. She owns a handful of gas stations. And of course, if you own gas stations, you're going to get shit for owning them. Oh, it would be impossible to not see that photo. I'm pretty sure when you Google Pokemon, that photo pops up. Gas stations probably fall under distribution of the commodity. More gas stations probably put downward pressure on costs of the pump, FYI, but go off. Anyone involved in any way in the oil and gas industry should be ashamed of what they are doing to the masses. But the 1%, you, have no conscience when it comes to the 99%, us. And that's why they are hated by so many. US capitalism is 100% evil and oppressive. Fucking communist. So yes, oil through the fucking roof. Even though gas prices, Biden wants wants him to cut the prices. It's okay, just make them lower. Make them lower. President Joe Biden told oil producers on Wednesday to immediately cut costs for Americans as gas prices exceed $5 a gallon in some parts of the country. Of course, it's Putin's fault. It's all Putin's fault. Biden said in a Wednesday morning letter to the heads of the top oil and gas companies, said Russia's war in Ukraine is only partially responsible for the sharp rise in the gas. Oh, now he admits it. He admits it. It's only partly responsible. But I thought it was Putin's price hike. Yes, you disgusting paws. Just buy an electric car. That's why this is good. High gas prices are great. Just buy an electric car, you paws. So he's asked them to work with his administration to increase the supply. What were all those things you did that reduced the supply? Meanwhile, I think his solution is to just keep releasing oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, because elections in November are apparently a strategic threat. So I don't see gas prices going down. I don't see inflation being under control, and rip to anybody who owns houses, unless you have a fixed mortgage. Feds increased the cash rate target by 75 basis points, which is very big. The largest rate hike since 1994. So I'm sure that'll help. Especially with inflation at 8.6%. Your money progressively being more worthless. This would be a great time for like an ad for Noble Gold. But I don't have ads. So yeah, they hiked the rate by a very large margin. Our Reserve Bank did that the other day. The talk here is our rates will be increased to 2.5% by Christmas, which is another 1.5% rate hike, which would be, I think that'd be unprecedented. So, which sucks because they can't control inflation because the inflation's coming from outside. So, unlike the US, where the inflation is calling from inside the house. Yeah, so the Fed's target's between 1.5 and 1.75. So strap in, everybody. The market didn't take too well to that. Fucking $2 trillion wiped from the S&P 500. Be afraid. Be very afraid. If you give Michael Burry any credence, which I do. Guy's genius. He's always he's on the ball. He's just early. He's always 2 years early in his predictions. He said expect the stock market to fall back to, I think, 2014 levels, which would be about a 50% crash. So yeah, $2 trillion gone. Look at these fucking dips, man. Jesus Christ. Thanks, Joe. Good work. Great work. Meanwhile, over here, only 2 stocks didn't plummet. Yeah. So thanks, Joe. We haven't had a drop that big since the market.
The Commonwealth Bank today said the nation's economy will see a sharp slowdown in the next 12 months, and that after fast rate rises, the RBA might have to cut rates by the end of next year. Joining me now is our business editor, Ross Greenwood. Ross, is this...
So the RBA thinks they think they might have to cut rates by next year. I think they're not even going to be able to raise rates by the end of the year to the target they think they're going to hit. I think they're going to have to cut it already because the market's already slowing down. The economy's already in the toilet. And, well, over here, it's in the toilet. Consumer confidence is low. Same over there. People are buying a lot of big shit because they couldn't. And so, as supply chains sort of loosen up, people will make those purchases that they couldn't make previously. Plus, it's the end of the financial year for us over here. So we're doing all our tax purchases. Of course, it has spread to crypto. So Celsius basically collapsed on Monday, which didn't help. So thanks. Fucking Jesus. And yeah, very, very sad because crypto is basically driven by consumer confidence in the crypto space. Whenever you have this shit happen, like Celsius collapsing, not collapsing, having a liquidity crisis. So that's just code for we've run out of money. People want their money back, and I don't have it to give them. Yes. Well, I've got a couple more. I've got probably three more segments. But yes, so Celsius collapsed. Not yet. Liquidity crisis at Celsius drove Bitcoin even lower, which on the back of Terra and Luna doesn't exactly inspire confidence for investors in the crypto space. So pretty much all the coins have been plummeting. So this is from much earlier in the week. So yeah. So there used to be a lot of investment cases, but I think the shine of Bitcoin is starting to come off. What was this one? Yeah. So if the thing with markets and market analysis is there are levels as a price increases and decreases. So it'll increase to a point and it'll find an equilibrium and it'll stay there for a bit, and then once it's stayed there, that'll be seen as the new floor. Because economics is more sociology than it is math. It's all about how things are perceived more than they actually are. Fundamentally, Bitcoin's worth nothing, but worth is entirely in the eye of the beholder, in the eye of the holder. So, if I want to give you money for it, then it's worth something to me, which means it has worth. So yeah, global economy fucked, and lol. Jake Paul's broke after putting all of his money in cryptocurrency. So, yeah. Poor old Jake Paul. Put all his money in crypto and now he's broke. As crypto's collapsed. Safe bet he put a shitload in Terra and Luna. So, couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. So, I'm thinking of doing a segment every week called Get on the Fucking Wall. Here's the first candidate. Man beheaded pregnant ex-girlfriend. Put her head in dumpster, police say. So this was in Alton, Illinois. Man is facing charges accused of beheading his pregnant girlfriend at her home in Illinois, police say. DeAndre? Jesus fucking Christ. DeAndre Holloway, 22. That guy is 22? Jesus Christ. Charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Oh, of course they charged the... Wait, hang on a minute. Isn't Illinois a blue state? How can they charge 2 counts? That's interesting. Anyway, 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of intentional homicide of an unborn child, 1 count of dismembering a human body, concealment of homicidal death, and motor vehicle offences. Victim was identified Monday as Lise. Is that how you say that? Lise A. Dodd, 22. Authorities told that KMOV Holloway is accused of beheading Dodd and putting her head in a dumpster. Jesus. Baby's only due in mid-July, just a month away. So, yeah. Jesus. Get on the fucking wall. And then there's this guy. Alden Boonang, who's doing some epic projection here. You're fucking acting like we want to show kids porn or something. But something I've learned through the years is that whenever right-wingers accuse others of something, it's definitely because they're projecting. He was, of course, arrested for distribution of child pornography. So yes, Alden Boonang, get on the fucking wall. Here's the story. So he's been arrested for sharing child pornography. CP. Said Alden Boonang sent illicit pictures and videos to another teacher on the mainland and admitted to sex with a 13-year-old student. Get on the fucking wall. Lol, yes, I have. Thank you. I have a great pro service. I just envisage someone who lives in San Francisco and enjoys it there. And finally, you got a license for those memes. So this initially happened a few months ago, but they were charged this week. So James Watts, 31, and PC Joanna Jinks, 40, have been charged with sending grossly offensive messages. Watts has been charged with 10 counts of sending grossly offensive messages, while Jinks faces 3 allegations. So what did they send? Oh boy. I guarantee you each and every person in this chat would be arrested for the same crime. They sent George Floyd memes. They they sent memes of St. George. And now they've been arrested. So they were arrested under the exact same law that was used to arrest Dank, and also that girl who posted. She was arrested under the same section for posting rap lyrics, because of course. So here's the text of law itself. It's section 127 of the Communications Decency Act, which shouldn't be a thing. A person is guilty of the offence if he... Sexist? Jesus. It's not trans-inclusive either. Send by means of public electronic communications network, a message or other matter that is grossly offensive, or of an indecent, obscene, or menacing character. Like, this shit is so fucking broad. Like, it's insane. Cause any, so either you do it or you cause any such message or matter to be so sent. The person is guilty of the offence if, for the purpose of causing annoyance, inconvenience, or needless anxiety to another, he sends by means of public electronic communications network a message that he knows to be false, B, causes such a message to be sent, or C, persistently makes use of the public electronic communications network. This is terrifying. A message that he knows to be false. Person guilty of an offence under this section shall be liable on the summary conviction to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months or a fine not exceeding level 5 on the standard scale or to both. Jesus fucking Christ. Subsections 1 and 2 do not apply to anything done in the course of providing a program service, so of course the traditional media is exempt from that, which is, yeah.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
But yeah, so that's pretty fucked up. So this isn't the same case. This just feels like the same case. So this is another cop. That's just a spate of them. A spate of them in the UK. Also sent a George Floyd meme. So he sent a George Floyd meme with George Floyd's face. And I'm pretty sure I've seen this meme. It's George Floyd's face on this guy's body. I'm pretty sure we've all seen that one. But yes, this is a more detailed story. So this one actually describes some of the 10 memes that got this guy in trouble. So Birmingham Magistrates Court was told the 31-year-old was charged after a police inquiry into 10 memes. Have a think about how retarded that is. A police inquiry into 10 memes. So, including one featuring a white dog wearing a Ku Klux Klan clothing. Other memes posted by Watts, who accepted in police interviews that the messages were racist in nature, featured images of a kneeling mat and a monkey. Another message, which was found after a Twitter user claimed a serving policeman had posted racist memes, mocked a line in the movie Jaws. I did go looking for the court records, but because it's a magistrate's court, they don't actually keep transcripts. Very sad. Of course, he was jailed. So James Watts was jailed sentenced to 20 weeks jail for memes. So watch out. So he sent quote grossly offensive, menacing messages by a public communications network, that's ridiculous. I think this article had more descriptions of the memes, but it's absolutely baffling to me how the UK can have descended into into farce. So he resigned after the police launched an inquiry into the post. He was charged with 10 counts of sending grossly offensive messages, blah, 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 including one featuring a white dog wearing a Ku Klux Klan clothing, another showing a kneeling mat with Floyd's face printed on it, and jokes about Floyd's death using pictures of cartoon character George of the Jungle and the children's game Guess Who. So yeah. The UK is an absolute shit show. It has been for some time. Dank was just the start, really. They will use this. This law is so broad as to be a license to arrest you and convict you. Like, grossly offensive or indecent, obscene, or menacing. Menacing. Like, grossly offensive alone is undefined. What's grossly offensive to you might not be grossly offensive to me. Indecent, obscene, menacing. And this section, what the shit? Causing annoyance. Causing annoyance? I haven't met a person who hasn't caused me annoyance at one point or the other. So, do I get to throw them in jail now? Inconvenience? Does that mean I can have spammers arrested? Because it's inconvenient. And needless anxiety. Jesus. It's like... I have the solution, though. I have the solution. 3D printed guns are appearing on the British streets, and the police are taking notice. 3D printed guns are appearing on the streets of the UK with the files needed to build the firearms easy to find online. Experts say members of the far right. It's always the far right. Sharing things. You know, the far right and their freedom. Hate freedom. Files needed to print a gun are not buried on the dark web. They can be downloaded in as little as 3 clicks from mainstream media sites such as YouTube. 3D printed guns have rapidly advanced in recent years with a range of printable semi-automatic rifles, carbines, and pistols available. I'm surprised there's no line here about how they even resemble the horrifyingly deadly like assault rifle, the AR-15. Oh. Yes, it's always my far right. Always the far right. Oh, there we go. A deadly AR-15. That's not even like a homemade ghost gun. Ghost gun. Like, so ridiculous. Yes, give them to everyone. Everyone should have a gun. Everyone should be allowed to have a gun. That's how you keep tyranny at bay. Where the people fear the government, there is tyranny. Where the government fears the people, there is liberty. So yeah, and that's all I had this week. Bit of a truncated show, unfortunately. I have my kids visiting. So yeah, thanks for watching. Yes, airdrop of pistols. Everybody gets one. So yes, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Thanks for participating in the chat. And yes, I saw what you did. Good work. Good work. So yeah, I guess I'll see you all next week. I will sign up for I think I'll sign up for Restream and try and do this through Restream so I can maybe bring some of you on. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys. Peace.